Texas state representative tweets at Beto O'Rourke, "My AR-15 is ready for you. Ready."
Try to take my gun, TJ.
A Texas state representative representative's tweet to Beto O'Rourke that his AR-15 is ready for you has been removed by Twitter.
Freedom of speech.
The social media giant concluded it broke the site's rules when it came to threats and violence, a Twitter spokesman told CBS News. Briscoe fucking Kane.
You damn right, boy.
I'm Briscoe Kane. Who represents a district west of Houston, tweeted at O'Rourke during the third Democratic presidential debate in Houston. O'Rourke has endorsed a mandatory buyback plan for assault weapons in the wake of the shooting in his hometown of El Paso that killed 22 people. If the high-impact, high-velocity round, when it hits your body, shreds everything inside your body because it was designed to do that so that you would bleed to death on a battlefield and not be able to get up and kill one more of our soldiers, whatever the fuck. When we see that being used against children and in Odessa, Texas, blah, 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 blah. I met the mother of a 15-year-old girl who was shot by an AR-15, and that mother watched her bleed to death over the course of an hour because so many other people were shot by that AR-15 in Odessa and Midland. There weren't enough ambulances to get to them in time. Hell yes, we're going to take your AR-15, your AK-47. And anyway, so this Briscoe Kane is like, we ready. Come try to take it. And I always love it, and I got to point it out every fucking chance that I goddamn get. Gun people, the people who say you can't take our guns or you shouldn't take our guns because we're not violent, are literally the only people in America who can get away with this bullshit fucking idea that if you don't fucking do what I want politically, I'm going to use violence.
Right.
What's wrong with that?
No other fucking group of people can be like, if you don't, like... You know, if it was like anybody who fucking opposes abortion rights, we'll just kill them. It'd be fucking like national goddamn news, like fucking violent rhetoric from the pro-choice people, violent rhetoric from this group or that group.
Because violence
but
is
gun
so
nuts,
inherent to what they're advocating for.
Right, but the other side of the coin is don't regulate us because we're just law-abiding citizens.
Right.
We're good law-abiding citizens. If you're good law-abiding citizens, then if a law is passed that says you can't have an AR-15, you would relinquish it with a smile on your fucking face.
Bullshit, TJ, because we got something in this country called the Constitution of the United States, TJ, Second Amendment. You know how that Second Amendment goes, TJ?
How's it go, Scotty?
The Second Amendment goes, TJ, well, I don't have the exact text in front of me, but I'll fucking
Guns.
paraphrase. I'll paraphrase it for you.
Paraphrase that shit
From
good.
my cold, dead fucking hands, bitch.
Sounds right to me. That's how I remember it.
I'm not even on O'Rourke's side on this one. I don't believe in this mandatory buyback. I think it would be a giant clusterfuck. I don't think it's going to change anything. I think that, you know, people who want to do mass murders are going to be able to fucking do it, whether you fucking have a mandatory AR-15 buyback or not.
I got to disagree. And
Go
let
ahead
me tell
and
you
disagree.
So, Adam Lanza.
Uh-huh.
I've talked about this on Ideology before.
Adam Lanza.
The Newtown shooter?
Newtown massacre shooter.
Yep.
Was he the one who killed his mom first?
Yes.
He's the one that killed his mom with her own gun, which
Right.
wasn't secured
And
properly.
she was a cop, right?
I don't know
I
if
don't
she was
think
a cop.
was
She
she
just
a
had
cop,
a gun.
or was
I think it had a Bushmaster, like AR-15
Yeah.
or something, yeah.
Okay.
So
I thought she was law enforcement, or maybe I was...
I don't remember.
the
maybe
whole
something
black
else.
market idea extends to some people.
Of course.
Adam Lanza is not going to be able to broker a black market gun deal.
Yeah.
No.
The reason that Adam Lanza and a lot of these mass shooters have done it is because there's such easy access to these weapons.
Yep.
None of the paper-thin requirements that are in place have to even be taken care of for them. They could just grab dad's gun and go on a spree with it. That needs to be addressed. And I don't know how you address that while allowing people to just willy-nilly own these fucking things.
It's not going to be that hard to go... Even if you put a ban on AR-15s, AK-47s, there's still going to be so many in this fucking country, it's ridiculous. Maybe someone like Adam Lanza is not going to be able to broker that deal, but plenty of other fucking gun people are going to be able to do it.
What about the fucking Joker shooter
He's still
guy?
going to be able to get a fucking handgun.
Like, a lot of these people...
He's still be able to get a bunch of handguns. I mean, like, let's be real. He's still going to be able to go out there and get, like, a fucking handgun that you can easily reload that shoots fucking 15, 18 rounds. You know, he's not going to be deterred by that. It's still super easy to build a bomb. You can still go to fucking Home Depot and get bomb shit. It's still
don't
super
know.
easy to fucking rent a
Bomb-
U-Haul and run it into a crowd. It's still super easy to fucking go stab a bunch of people.
Well,
it's
he
just
couldn't
not
have- he
that
couldn't have
we're
rented a U-Haul.
fragile fucking people. We're not that fucking, the human beings are fragile creatures. It's not that hard to kill a bunch of them if you're really fucking determined to do so.
But it's easier to kill a bunch of them with some implements than others.
Sure.
And those implements that it is easy to take on a fucking spree and massacre a bunch of people with should be more heavily regulated and controlled than the ones that aren't. And I think that bears true for all of the things that you're talking about. Bomb making is heavily pursued in this country.
But I mean, let's
Bomb
let's
making,
talk
a lot
about
of bomb making
let's
materials
say
are heavily restricted.
how many
restricted in this country.
AR-15s are in this country?
I have no fucking clue.
I don't know either.
I'm sure millions.
Probably millions of them.
So even if just like 0.5% of the gun nuts who have these things are sincere in their willingness to use violence to protect them, wouldn't it cause way more deaths to try to pull off a ban like that than it would prevent?
Cause way more deaths?
Yeah.
Banning the
If
further
yeah.
sale of these guns and grandfathering the ones that are already out
Well,
there?
that's not what Beto's talking
No,
about.
he's talking about
Beto's talking about
a
mandatory
right.
buybacks.
Right. Fuck Beto. I'm just talking about the issue. But yeah, I understand. He's saying he wants to have a mandatory, but I'm not saying that I think that that's the solution that gets us to where I'm talking about.
Okay.
I just don't think it addresses it.
I mean, yeah, we definitely need more regulations on selling guns. And
I mean, I'm not against-
people having guns.
I'm not against more regulation, but I think a mandatory buyback where you say
That's
to
probably not
everybody who
gonna work.
owns it, you need to give it back. We're going to give you some money for it, but you need to give it back. It's just the
I
law
mean, maybe
now.
it's something that can be tried, but
I
I don't
think
think it's going to be necessarily
There's going to be
universal.
I think there's going to be a lot of fucking psychos out there who go fucking nuts and start fucking mowing people down.
Well,
I mean, they
they've
kind of make
definitely
their own
been-
argument then. They kind of make the argument why they shouldn't have that weapon if they do
Right.
it.
But, you have to still look at the practical aspect of, like, how do you get that from them without that happening?
the answer is
Probably gradually.
gun bans and mandatory buybacks and cracking down and trying to take people's guns. At this point, it just doesn't work here.
There's too many.
We've allowed the rhetoric for too long and the national consciousness for too long to be filled with this idea that the founding fathers of this country's
Want you to have that gun.
most important principle was that Cletus Van Wilkinson could have himself a fucking whole stable filled with AR-15s and shit.
The talent show is coming. We're damn near almost there. Fucking like 25 people away or some shit.
Yeah, we're really close, dude.
When we hit our 5,000, the official deep fat fried talent show, shall begin. Hello, injured cone cat. What's up, bro?
Dude, I have yelled at these people about Patreon, and still some of them have not listened.
What a bunch of stupid retards.
And the last time I tried talking to them logically, and still they have not listened.
Didn't listen.
So today, I'm trying another emotionally exploitative tactic. I will be weeping and asking them, please, become a patron. We need you.
TJ, put the cat up. Put the cat up, TJ.
Look at this kitty.
Look how sad it is.
If you don't become a patron, his head is going to fall off.
Why?
Right off his fucking body. That cone is the only thing holding it on, man. You need to be. We need it. We need. Give us the money.
The money. We need